Authenticity Map, and we are continuing interviews with amazing people, and today I'm meeting Andrew, and he has a very interesting book, Self-Leadership. And Andrew, so it's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Would like to ask you about, so what is self-leadership? How you describe it?
Simply put, self-leadership is the ability to influence yourself to achieve your objectives, which is what we all want to do in life. But of course we have a number of obstacles, our own internal way of messing ourselves up. And so self-leadership in the model has the ability to look at our intentionality, the why we do what we do, self-awareness, how we think about ourselves, self-confidence, how we project ourselves and move through the world, self-efficacy, how we overcome obstacles and resilience. And with the self-awareness, the self-confidence, the self-efficacy backed by intentionality, we'll be more influential and therefore create more impact in the world. So that's the model. 3 I's, intention, influence and impact. 3 S's, self-awareness, self-confidence and self-efficacy.
That's interesting model. And you also giving like in analogy like driver or passenger. What is it?
Well, I think in life we often are faced with a choice about being the driver or the passenger. Now sometimes it's nice to be the passenger. When I fly into a new country, I get picked up at the airport by a driver, I sit in the back, read a book or watch a movie, and they navigate the territory for me. And that's good. But I love to drive, and anybody who loves to drive knows that it's great to be in control. Now the interesting thing is we are framed in life in terms of what do we have control of. You know, we're born at an early age, and we are told our nationality, our name, possibly our religion, our politics, and then we spend the rest of our lives arguing for those things even though we had no choice. So being the driver of your life is to step back and say, well, hang on a moment, what am I believing here? Did I have choice in this? Is this a taboo that I can't do this? Where did this come from? Perhaps from very well-meaning parents or society. But being the driver of your life is about looking at these things and saying, well, I get the right to make the choice. Do I believe this? Do I want to follow this? And often, you know, it's a good fit with our culture, but sometimes it's not. And to achieve our own objectives, in your words, it's to be authentic, to be yourself, to make your own decisions.
Mm-hmm. When we're speaking about these decisions, like how to know that you are going to make a good decision, or the decision you made already is like authentic and this is your decision?
That's a complex question, because often we evaluate decisions based on the results.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can make a really good decision but get a bad result, and sometimes you can get a great result just through a lucky decision or no decision. I think you have to step back, and the word decision is very similar from the word incision. So when a surgeon cuts into you, they make an incision. You cut into, and that divides. And a decision is I say yes to something and I say no to something else. Mm-hmm. And what self-leaders learn to do is to say no. They learn to reject those frames of mind or the frames of culture that do not serve them. The decision that they make is I'm saying yes to what is authentically me, whether it's my values, my intentionality, my objective. I'm saying yes, this is my choice, and I'm saying no to the people who say you can't do it. I'm saying no to the disbelief and the self-doubt, and yes to the things. Now obviously you need a reality check in there, because if I said, you know, yes I can jump off the top of a tall building, that would be inappropriate. But being very clear that we can say no to a whole bunch of frames or maps, as you would say, that are not our maps, that we've inherited, and therefore we make our own choice, and that's authentic. Authentic, like author, is being the writer, the editor of your own life.
Very nice. So what I would like to also for the watchers to say out of what you just shared, like saying no and to some things like for this year, and it's really important because then it's free up some space for yourself.
Yes. I mean, look, you know, we're just on the 1st of February on this interview, and we've had, you know, if you're still following your New Year's resolutions, maybe to drink less, eat healthy, or exercise more. You know, research clearly shows that, you know, saying, you know, I'll try not to, you know, drink too much, or I'll try to eat healthy, well, that's going to be an absolute failure. Instead, you just say, I don't, right? Somebody offers you a piece of chocolate cake, and you just say, I don't eat chocolate cake. And the don't, the no, which is definitive, not, oh, maybe I'll have a small piece of chocolate cake because I'm on a diet. That's the road to ruin. You just say, I don't eat chocolate cake. And then people go, oh, I'm terribly sorry, and they don't offer you chocolate cake. So, when you say, I don't miss a day of exercise, then the rejection of the failure, you're going to exercise every day. So, yes to what you want, no to what you don't. Be decisive around what your intentionality, what is your path to success. Now, if you're saying yes to sleeping in bed on Sunday mornings because that's your thing, well then say yes to that. And then the rest of the week, you don't do that.
Okay, so thank you very much, Andrew, for sharing this, and I get the impression that you are a tough coach. So thank you for this tough inspiration.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.